first, everyone pretty well knows that we have multiple systems and organs systems in the body, from the brain to the kidneys to the lung, the heart. But biochemically, there are different biochemical systems or synthesis to support these different organ systems, yet inside each cell, there's a lot going on, more than just cellular synthesis. And one of these is their genes are there that are controlled by cellular synthesis to optimize or put in balance oxidation and reduction tendencies of the cells in the body. For example, the mitochondria generate energy, but just like a plant that generates electricity, produces carbon dioxide and other things, the mitochondria produce toxic chemicals, including free radicals that can attach to membranes and alter their function inside the cell. And in particular, they can attach to chromosomes, and when they attach to the DNA, they alter the molecular structure, and so it alters the instructions that the DNA is conveying. So that system to quench or neutralize the release of free radicals and too many oxidative molecules is 2/3 of it is handled by glutathione. Then there's superoxide dismutase and some other enzymes that also contribute to controlling the free radicals generated by the cells, which you might say like waste products or side products that can be toxic to the cell. Well, the active ingredient from the aloe is the principal one is the mannose, which is 40 to 50% of the various sugars, which are at least 10 in number, in the chains of the high molecular chains of the aloe leaf gel. This mannose is utilized in the endoplasmic reticulum, the second major step in cellular synthesis, where 9 molecules of the mannose in 3 chains are on the surface of all the cell membranes. It's a domain, which is very interesting because at this domain, cell-to-cell communication goes on. Instructions, if you can look at it this way, if you've got trillions of cells in the body, they need to be working together in harmony for whatever their harmony is for the different tissues they're in and all, but they need to work together. One of the best examples I can give you that people know about is that when there's a mutation in the DNA and the code is changed, it's like a rebel cell, like in a society that we live in, a rebellion against the government or the harmony of the body or the harmony of a nation. And this cell begins to reproduce itself, and it tries to take over and doesn't work, doesn't respect the side or the activity or the needs of the healthy cells. Well, we have systems, pardon me, systems in our body to recognize this rebel line of cells that we call malignant, either leukemia, lymphoma, cancer, sarcomas, to recognize and attack these cells as part of the function of the immune system, in particular the T cells, which will attack these rebel cells and destroy them. So it's just part of the cooperation. It's a different function for keeping things in balance inside the cell. For example, cells have what they call cell cycle. In the S1 phase of the cell cycle, which I call the good housekeeping cell stage, is where the cells are activated to get everything in balance in the environment of the cell, and the glutathione is very important in this stage. Then there's a later stage when they're primarily making more DNA to make a division of the cell, which in normal cells is very slow, but in malignant cells, a lot more of their energy is spent in that stage and less of it for the S1 stage. And the significance of this is that oncologists see when the two dietary supplements that support glutathione synthesis, because the active ingredient from the aloe, the mannose, in studies in liver cells at Texas A&M University, in 5 minutes, there's about a 30-40% increase in synthesis of glutathione. But if you have the molecules like acetylated cysteine, which is a SH or sulfhydryl supported amino acid, which tends to be very low in the European and American diet, because we're not big on cabbage, broccoli, the cruciferous vegetables, and radishes and things that have kind of sting to the taste. Kids hate it. That is the sulfur molecule for the cysteine, and you will make more of the glutathione if you supply these nutrient molecules that are used in cellular synthesis to assemble the glutathione, so they can work together to maximize this function at that point. But they actually work separately to keep the environment inside the cell at a maximal healthy level of activity. And I hope that makes sense. It's detailed biochemistry under the control of the genes that are all set to make things normal within and between the cells.